I'm Alexander.
And I'm Pelle.
We both work in sales with JBL. Most of you know us, of course, but for those of you who doesn't, we work both with sales and also technical support. Represent just a small part of the team. Today we will be talking about these new line of Mack motors, the integrated servo motors.
Yeah. And the other one, I'm not sure if.
Yes, we have it. We have it wired up already.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Just in front of your face.
Yeah.
Yes. So the new line, I will go through the whole line in just a second. But there are some main differences with these motors compared to the older motors. One thing that you might see already now is there's no hole for the module, which is probably the biggest difference. So you order them just like the servo step MIS motors. So you don't need the module. You select directly which motor, which protocol that you like, and you get a fixed unit. Another big difference is that the Ethernet, we have seen that we sell probably 90% motors with Ethernet. So this will be the default option, meaning that the board inside here is now embedded with Ethernet on. So this is what we use to hold down the price on the Ethernet variants, which you will see once you configure them in the PPNB, but the price is approximately 20 to 30% lower, depending on the selection. Yes, I think I will go through the web page and show, because we already put them on the web page. You can see there's now a new section here. Before it was integrated servo motors and integrated stepper motors. Now we have a new section with new integrated servo motors to highlight them. If we go here, you see the complete range for now, starting with the Mack 404, a 400 watt, which is the predecessor of the Mack 400.
Yeah.
There's the 804, predecessor of Mack 800. And then we have the larger models as well. Before we stopped at 1200 watt for this is 70 millimeter, 90 millimeter frame.
Oh, is it 80? Yeah, I think it's
80 times 80. Yeah, the frame, standard servo frame.
Yeah.
Before we stopped at 1200 watt with the biggest one. Now the biggest one, as you can see right here, it's now 1500 watt in the same size, just a little bit longer. Moving on to the DC motors. This is where it becomes new, because before we had the Mack 402.
Yeah, and that's basically it. If you needed more than let's say 130 watts, or with the new Mack 320, if you needed more than 320 watts, then we had the Mack 402 DC supplied 400 watt. Yeah.
Yes. It was and is still pretty unique in the market, providing the full 400 watt and 1200 watt peak at only 24 volt. And now we have these bigger models. Some are designed for 24 volt, being able to do the same. That will be the 802 and 1202. They can also be operated at 48 volt, just like the Mack 402. But they have the full power and full torque and full speed range already at 24 volt.
Yeah. If you give me this motor, and then the largest motor in this DC supplied series, basically it looks the same. Just the motor is longer, of course, and then we have some special connectors for the DC, originally designed by Amphenol, and it's what call it high. high current.
Yeah.
And then you have very good connection. You hear a click, and there's a small button you can press here if you want to release it, like this. And those are up to 100 amps. And you can also see the cables are a bit stiff compared to the other motors.
Yeah, there's some power going through this.
Yeah. And 100 amps, and also of course in peak we have perhaps 200 amps. So it's heavy duty.
Yeah. And with the Mag 402 already being quite unique, I think this will be completely unique in the market.
Yeah. And also we should mention that the largest one, the Mag 1403, which is 1500 watt RMS, it's only full power at 48 volt DC.
Yes, that will be the 1403, referring to that.
Right.
So if I go back to the selection here, as you can see on the web page already now, the 400 watt is the smaller frame size, 60 by 60. Just like the old Mag 400 and 402 as well. And the rest here is for now the 80 times 80. I think we agreed.
Yeah.
The same size as the old Mag 800 and 1200. Yes. Common for all of these is that they are built on the new platform, and there's a lot of features coming along side with that platform. So if you go to the page already now, you can read all about it. We have also made press releases and so on that you can you're welcome to use any data from and send out. Please share with colleagues and customers and so on. Some of the key features is that it's really compact. There's this no need for module or anything. It's a very compact unit. You don't need anything else. For those of you who know our motors very well, know that it's standard that you don't need a cabinet or anything. But when we go to exhibitions and explain these to customers, after we have told them there's a driver, there's a controller, there's even a PLC, there's Ethernet with switch built inside. They often ask us, but where's the driver? The driver is just here. Yeah, it's really compact compared to competitors. And this is really important to tell this story to the customers.
Yeah. Do you remember, Alexander, the let's say the present Mag 800, our 750 watt integrated servo? How many PCBs are inside?
Oh, there's
is it 4 or 5 or something? It's a lot.
Yeah, if you count the module as well, for an Ethernet module, for example, there might be 6.
Yeah.
6 inside. Maybe 7. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
Where this one is
only 2 PCBs.
Yes. So this is what we use to minimize the size. It's also what we use to minimize the price. And it's also a lot more stable compared to the previous model, because it's just simpler built.
Yeah.
This is a bit more heavy duty, you can say.
And it's a newer design, and that means newer components as well, so more powerful CPUs, etc.
Yes.
And that's why we can integrate a lot of functionality in that one. And Alexander will explain more of it, but some of the new features is also safety over Ethernet, which was not possible with the present series.
Yes. So these are designed with that in mind from the beginning. When we do safety over Ethernet, there will be an additional board because we do require a separate encoder. There's a lot of requirement for that to be TÜV approved and be able to do safe torque and safe speed and so on. More about that in a later session.
Yeah.
But all this has been designed with that in mind. So it's coming with that, and it just wasn't possible with the old design.
And also you could mention about the harvesting encoder.
Yes. The encoder principle, for those of you who have used our Mag 140F series, it's with the new vegan principle harvesting encoder. So there's no battery. There's also no mechanical encoder inside. So the current Mac series, not the new series, they have a mechanical absolute multi-turn
Yeah, the
encoder.
Mac 800.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has a mechanical absolute multi-turn encoder.
Small gearbox inside.
Yes, yes. And the current MIS motors, they have the battery option inside. Both working really great, but having it without need for gearing and without need for battery is just suiting a bit more solutions. It's something that our customers has requested, and I think it's a good setup. It works really well. It's well tested. Also, talking about heavy duty, this is also making sure that the motor is really strong in use. I had a test customer in Denmark where they had one of the not this one exactly, was a Mac 1004, the AC supply version, but it was they already tested with the old Mac 800 and had some issues during to vibrations in the machine. The motor would simply make bad connections over time. It was really heavy vibrations. So we installed the Mac 1004 and it solved the problem. We did then test how strong are these vibrations, because the motors are rated for 4G.
Yeah, and, so and when you looked at the video, it just looked nothing at all. But then you put on the G meter.
We have a G-force meter, and it only goes to 18G, and we could see peaks of 18G. So it's probably a bit more as well. And the Mac 800 survived that for years, but had some issues over time. I think that's okay. Overstepping the boundary this much, but the new Mac 1004 actually worked with this. Moving on to the features of these motors, it's very much like the older motors. So you have also the built-in brake. You have also the big speed range 0 to 3000 RPM. You have the same IP options. It's a bit cheaper now to select these IP options, because it's just simpler for us to make this waterproof. The same goes for the absolute multi-turn encoder option with the harvesting principle. It's also a cheaper option now, and especially when you talk about Ethernet, that is the big price saver, because it's on the main board. So being able to choose all these special options at a lower cost is what's really unique about these new motors.
Yeah. So actually, the more options you choose, the cheaper the prices compared to the older generations.
Yes. Yes. Besides that, the connectors and everything is much like on the old motors. You can use the same communication cables as well. It does use a different standard, but MacTalk will take care about that. It's just for talking to MacTalk. When you talk about communication to the PLC, it's also just the same as the old one. Currently, we support EtherCAT, Ethernet IP, Profinet, and Modbus over Ethernet.
And we should also mention that some of the more advanced functionalities in Ethernet, like ProfiDrive, it's possible to make this in the new generation.
Yes, it wasn't possible with the old hardware. Yeah. There was some hardware limitations.
Right.
Yes. I think we covered it pretty good. I talked about the connectors, and the only new connector is for the DC versions, which Palle just showed. Yeah. There will also be a M23 option, which will be a single cable solution. Moving on to the PPNB, we promised to try to keep this short. So let's move on. So in the PPNB, you will already now see the new Mac motors alongside with the older ones, at least the ones that is available. The DC versions, if you need them for prototyping within the next few months, please let us know, because even though it's not on the PBNB, it is something that we can build for you.
Yeah, we should mention perhaps that it's primarily for large OEM projects that we can provide one or perhaps two prototypes, because they're very expensive, because we need to the housing we need to make 3D metal printing, which is extremely expensive.
Yeah.
So, but for those types of products, we can provide it. So, as Alexander said, please let us know.
Yeah, but for the AC versions, the Mac 404, 8004, 1204, they will be on the PBNB, and the delivery time will be just like any other motor.
Yeah. If you ask about okay, let's say that you have a project with the new types of DC supplied motors, and so when can we begin to deliver quantities? We expect this to happen in Q1 in 2026, next year, in something like 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we start with the 404, you can see the entire range of the new motors blending in here. You can see the selection is a lot like the older motors, but now it will be blended in with a selection that looks more like the Servostep MIS motors, where you select the interface as well, together with the motor.
Yeah, try to do it with one motor. Yeah, this one, for example. Yeah.
Yes. So don't worry about the prices. This is a demo user, so the prices are quite a bit off. There's no really currency on these. So please, for prices, go with your own PBNB sign, and you can see the prices on the motors available. Now I just choose a completely default motor. I take with EtherCAT just to do that, and a single connector, and you can see now it turns green, and you can get this motor. Again, for prices, please sign in with your own account, and you will see the correct prices. These are very much off. So all the options are available already now. You can choose Profinet instead. When you go to do this, please let us know if it's something for OEM project, because if that's something that you miss here that you had on the old motor, we are working on getting all the same features, all the same protocols, and also the new features like the safety over Ethernet. So in case you have a customer requesting this, please let us know. Even though it's not here, we might be able to do a prototype for you. We like to work with you, our distributors. So let's do that together. Right. So if we try to look at one of the others, just to show that we have them in here, let's take we'll go with the biggest one, the 1404. That's a 1500 watt. It's named 1400 because it's a smaller frame size than the current Mac 1500. So we have two motors covering the same size. That's just the start and beginning of the two sizes. Let me just quickly go through this one. Let's try to take a IP66 with break, and we take a absolute multi-turn encoder. We take it with the STO, and let's do Profinet. And again, you can see everything is ready. You get the picture, you get everything. We are just waiting for the orders, and we are ready to work with you.
Yeah. We're just sitting here waiting for the orders.
So I think that was it for today.